Okay, hello everyone. Okay, since all of the students is already gathered in this Zoom, I will start the lesson. Let me introduce myself. My name is Audrey, and I will be your personal tutor for SAT Math and SAT English first meet today. And we will start first for the SAT Math. So the topic that I will bring today is solving linear equations. So I think that you are all have already heard about linear equations, or in bahasa we say that persamaan satu variabel. And this material is actually a basic one in SAT math, and it is usually appear in the first or second questions in the SAT math. So what we will learn our objectives today is students will be able to solve a one variable linear equation accurately. Why? Because it appears frequently in SAT. It is going to test your algebra fundamentals, and you can get easy points if your strategy is clear enough. And our overview today, the first one is the introduction of the basic model of this algebra model, and the second one is the problem practice, and then common mistakes. So make sure you all have your notes with you and your pen also, so you can do the practice questions later. Okay, so the first one, I want you to explain to me the role of the A, X, B, and C for the basic linear form. Okay, since there are no one wants to volunteer, let me answer this first. So the A rolled as the coefficient and the X rolled as the variable. B is the constanta and the C is the answer of our algebra. So what we will do here, we are going to look for the value of X, which is the variable of the basic form. Okay, we are going to go to the second problem, but before that, do you have any questions to our introduction? Okay, if there is no, I will continue to the problem. So there is one problem here. 3x plus 5 equals to 20. What we will gonna do first? First, we have to subtract 5 from both sides. Why? We have to leave the variable alone in the left side and the constant alone in the right side. So what will we do if we want to remove the constant from the left side? We have to go with the opposite of the equation here. There is a plus here, so we have to add a minus, so the answer of this will be 0. So the remaining variable and number here will be only the 3x. Okay, and the answer will be 3x equals to 15. And we will just divide this one, and we got the answer to x is 5. Okay, do you have any question to solve this one? The first thing first, we have to leave the variable in the left and the constanta in the right. What will we do is to um, remove the constanta from the left using the opposite equation of the question. If the question is minus, then you have to add the same number to leave the variable in the left side. Okay, if anyone doesn't have any question for this one, I will continue to the second one, which is practice one. Do you guys want to answer to this one based on the uh, step by step that I have already explained before? Okay, if there isn't any volunteer, then I will help you to do this. Okay, the question said 2x minus 4 equals to 10. We can see here that the equations put in the questions is minus. So what we will do is to put the opposite equation, which is the plus, and add the number, the same exact number, to make it into zero. So the next step will be 2x equals to 24. Don't forget to add the 4 also in the right side, because if you add 4 in the left, you have to add also in the right. And the answer will be 12. Okay, after that, we have to learn the common mistakes for each of the questions. So, students usually forget to apply operations to both sides. So, if you add 4 in the left, you have to add 4 also in the right side. And you're dividing too early before you actually leave the variable and the constant alone, and also sign errors. You have to put the opposite of the variable that you want to remove so you can get the right answer. Okay, I think that's all for the math. And if you have any question, you can also contact me personally. Now we will move on to the SAT verbal, which is also the basic one for the SAT verbal English, which is identifying main ideas. So SAT questions will be very many passages there, and one of the things that we have to do is to consider the main idea of the passage. So after this, I will expect you to be able to identify the main idea of a short English passage, because main idea questions appear often, and wrong answers usually sound too specific. Okay, the overview of our lesson for English is the main concept first, and then the example, the practice, and the common mistakes. Okay, if you don't have any question, we will continue to the next step. Okay, the main concept of the SAT verbal English to identify main ideas of a passage is the main idea means the author's central message, how the authors want to explain their purpose through its passage. And it's not a detail or an example. The main idea is not really detail or example, but it's usually very general and very broad. Okay, we will go to the example. Okay, I will ask one student to read this passage. Okay, please, you can turn on your mic and read the passage. Okay, thank you. So this passage told us that many researchers agree that sleep plays a vital role in maintaining concentration and memory. So this passage is basically talking about researchers that um talking about sleep, which plays a vital role in maintaining concentration and memory. We see the questions and the options. What is the main idea of the passage? Since this is an example, we will move on to the answer. So the answer is B. Sleep supports brain function and helps improve students' academic performance. Okay, we have to look one by one. Students who sleep longer hours have better concentration. This speaks to specific and how student who sleep longer and the effects to the student itself. So it doesn't have any connections to the passage main ideas. C. Memory is the most important factors in student learning process. This passage is mainly talk about how sleep plays a vital role in maintaining concentration, not how memory is the most important factor in student learning process. So this is wrong. The D, academic tests that require problem solving are difficult to most students. This has no correlation with the passage, so we have to eliminate these three options. So the correct answer is B. Okay, is there any questions to the example questions? Okay, if there are no questions, we will move on to the practice. Okay, I want one person to uh, briefly read the passage and also state their questions. I give you 1 minute. Okay, we will see the answer. Okay, so the answer of this passage is also B. Green spaces offer multiple benefits and support sustainable city development. So, the passage is talking about many cities. Many cities are in fact investing in green spaces such as parks and urban gardens to improve residents' quality of life. So it's basically talking about cities that investing in green spaces or green sustainability development. We see the options. The first one, urban gardens are more popular than public parks. This passage has no correlations to compare urban gardens and public parks. So we have to eliminate A. The C one, air pollution is the most serious problem in large cities. Uh, we didn't talk about any air pollution topic in this passage. It only says that these areas provide opportunities for physical activity, reduce stress, and help lower air pollution to the cities that are mentioned above. So we have to eliminate this one. The third one, physical activity is the main reason cities invest in parks. So we have to read all of the passage. If any of the main reason of cities invest in park is physical activities, then the D is one of the answers. But no, there is no main reason that cities invest in parks. So the most correct answer is B. Does anyone have any question to this? Okay, if there are no questions, I will move on to the common mistakes. One of the most recent or most make common mistakes for reading passage is the main idea is too narrow. It only focuses in one aspect. For example, is the A options. Urban gardens are more popular than public parks, but there are no correlations, and the passage shows that uh comparison urban garden versus public parks. So focuses on one aspect is wrong. And the second one is AT often uses specific but wrong answers. So the options will be very, very specific, but you don't have to be worried because you have only need to read the passage clearly and choose the most general but also correct one to the passage. Is anyone have any question for the common mistakes? Okay, if no, I guess that this is the end of our tutorial lessons. Don't forget to work on your process based on what I teach today, and hope today's material will be very impactful to you for your future SAT exams. I think that's all from me. Thank you for listening.